episode of Fangirlz Assemble. My name is Maddie, in case you haven't watched the show before. More than likely you've watched the show before. And to my... Oh, I did it. I pointed right.
Oh, nice.
And my lovely co-host is Kristan.
Hi.
So, Kristan, before we get this show started, we gotta talk about our lovely sponsor.
Oh, we have to.
Right? You know, like I'm about to make an order, I think.
Girl, I've been thinking about it because today's the last day. There is instocktrades.com is what we're talking about. And there is currently a discount code. So when you go to checkout, you can type in weekend in the discount and you will get an extra 3% off. That's so tempting because if you've been there, the prices are up to 50% off. They've got the best deals and the best packaging. That's really what gets it for me. So recently, there is something I couldn't get on there. So I ordered it from Amazon. Girl, and you know Amazon packaging. It came like somebody drop kicked it.
Oh, yeah.
And you know things weren't okay in that box. And I'm like, man, I just wish I could have chosen in-stock trades in this instance. So every other instance I can, I'm going there. They do mostly have everything. So you got to check them out. It's they're the best.
Yeah, and this sale gives like an extra 3% off. I don't know if it's on all purchases or not, but I know that the week, like the picks of the week are extra 3% off, which means they're 53% off, which is ridiculous. Amazing. And then like your regular titles like DC and Marvel are usually 42% off, which means now they'll be 45% off. And that seems like a small amount, but and when you're buying a lot of comics, 3% is a lot.
Yeah. If you have like, well, one, you get, if you order $50 worth of it and you're in the United States, you get free shipping. You know I can't not do that.
Oh,
so right now my decision is based on, do I want to pay $50 for order? Which I do. Because that discount, though, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really is.
Freddie said, the email said till the end of Monday.
Oh.
Yo, peace sign. Thank you, Freddie.
Thank you, Freddie. I was completely wrong.
Yeah, because I had totally forgotten. I'm so glad you reminded me, because I had some like sponsorship money come in, and I was like, I mean, I should probably go spend I was like, I'll wait. But now they know this extra discount's on.
Yeah.
Now I should figure out what to buy. So maybe if we run out of NYCC news, we can just have like a powwow of what Maddie should buy from inside.
My problem is like I have a list of like, okay, I definitely got to order all these things next, but it's still too long.
Oh,
so
absolutely,
it's so hard. I want too many things,
and then new stuff comes out too, right? So I'm like, well, I can't order things off my wish list because I have to order all these new things that just came out, or else I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, it's like, and then there's that fear, right? Because we're all like upset that things are going to go out of print, and we just don't know anymore.
No,
we can't predict it anymore. It's difficult.
Yeah, especially with with anything collected in like hardcover editions, I just assume I'm going to lose out if I don't buy it immediately.
Which I guess is great for in-stock trades, which is supporting, because we're all like panic buying all the time.
Preach, Johnny, for real though, because like
it's never ending.
There's always something new, and if I get bored at work, I'll just which lately I've been too busy, but in the summer when it was slow, I would just go through, like, look at the upcoming, like, add to my wish list, add to my wish list, add to my wish list. It's like, shit, what am I going to do?
It's so easy to do.
Right. Anyway, so we thought, even though technically, I guess Faria would have been the best person to talk about NYCC news because she was there.
She was there, yeah.
She is traveling back, so she was not able to make it. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys happen to see, but Marvel Games posted a photo of all the Kamala Khan like cosplayers, and like G. Willow Wilson was there, and I think like the other co-creator of Miss Marvel, I'm so sorry, I should know her name, and also like the I guess like whoever they modeled her on or something, I think from the new game, which we'll talk about too. But anyways, there's a big picture, group picture, and in the middle you see Faria just smiling all big. It's very cute.
Yeah, you guys should check that out. It's on at Fangirlz Assemble on Instagram. She posted it. It's cute.
Oh, thank you. Sana Amanat. I hope I said that right. Oh, and Larry says Sunstone Deluxe Volume 1 is out of print. No. I'm so glad I jumped on it when I did. Because I'm kind of new to Sunstone, I think maybe a few months back. But man, I've been trying to push that book on everyone. And now I will say that I look really weird when I do that, because I'm like, listen, you got to pick up this book. And it's, obviously very inappropriate inside. It's like me trying to push Pornomax. And I remember like trying to push like kind of inappropriate manga when I was in elementary school. My parents would like just buy it. You're like, oh, this is cartoons, that's fine. Not knowing that on the inside is some very inappropriate things. And I'm like, oh, I got the goods. Like,
you're like meeting under the stairwell. That's funny. That's what you were doing in grade school. I was meeting under the stairwell to like trade Pokemon cards because they were banned.
oh, wow. See,
That's what I did.
I had Digimon cards.
Nice. Were those also banned?
No.
Cards were totally banned in my
I was also the only one who had them. And so, like, it's not like we would play them. I would just, like, collect them. And then I do remember, this is totally off topic. We'll talk about NYCC in a second.
Soon.
I've written like a Digimon Pokemon play with a friend because she was really into Pokemon. I was really into Digimon. And so we were trying to like bridge that gap.
Nice.
Oh, my school never banned Pokemon, but they did ban Yu-Gi-Oh. A lot of schools banned Yu-Gi-Oh. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, my fiance's playing Yu-Gi-Oh on the Switch literally right now. And that game looks like hot garbage, like it came out of Newgrounds. But apparently it's very fun. But it looks exactly like a Newgrounds like Flash game. I think it just came out too, like recently. But it's on the Switch, so if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, apparently that's good. I don't know.
I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know.
I watched the anime, but I never got into card games until now. And by now, I mean one card game, and then I play Magic sometimes, but I'm not like in Magic.
I see.
Mine banned it because it's gambling. Man, I love weebs. I just did card games to gamble at school. And
it's so funny the things like I remember from that time, like being a little kid trading Pokemon cards. Like, what was it? It was like I traded like a Mewtwo for like a holographic Mewtwo for like a holographic Chansey. And at the time, that was like, ooh, like the best trade ever. And like I traded with my friend, and then I was like, ha, I got you. Yeah, it wasn't that cool, guys.
Are you gonna go see the new 3D movie Pokemon? The the first one.
I would like to.
Also, have you seen Detective Pikachu?
No, I haven't yet. I need to.
I finally rented it because I don't know why it took me so long.
It's taken me long.
It's really good, and I mean like really good.
I mean the trailer. I was like, this looks great. This looks like everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. It's a legitimately really good movie.
Good, yeah.
I really recommend it. So, NYCC news. Now, before we talk about this, because Chris and I decided this topic, and like, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do some research. Now, something we talked about before the show.
Yeah.
People are very, very bad at reporting NYCC news. Now, I can't help but compare it to other big events like San Diego Comic-Con and E3. Those are my big events I can think of. Now, people who go to those events are constantly putting out actual articles about what's coming out and like what's, after every panel and announcement, they have like actual, just like even just small articles about what's going on. Now, with NYCC, what I kept seeing in like typical news sites I would go to for comic book news are just bad, or it's like, hey, you can see our live coverage, but live coverage is just like 5 tweets.
And you would have to like dig through the tweets to find the information. It's like, this is so poorly put together.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know what's going on with NYCC because like, they got several big announcements, and it just felt like people did not know how to cover that event. So, hey, NYCC, if you need someone to actually write an actual article about your event,
yeah, right,
hit me up. I can at least do better than, hey, can you read my 5 tweets about this? This will cover
yeah, right.
now. No.
I was at least able to like compile a list, but I feel like this list should have been like in an article itself, right?
Yeah. What's with people?
Shouldn't have been that hard.
And I guess maybe that's what we'll see in like a week. But if you compare this to any other large event, we would have already had this. We would have had an up-to-date list of what's going on and what's been announced. So I don't really know what's going on.
It's weird.
Anyways, that's just my first world problem. So the first thing I want to talk about that I was really, really pumped about is the Marvel Avengers game. So when this first got announced at E3, I wasn't excited, which is weird because comic book fan, and it's made by Square Enix, and it's a big video game. I should be really excited, but like, I wasn't. I guess because I'm just tired of the Avengers. Like, I love the movies. I mean, I could have Avengers movies forever, but like, I just didn't want to have just the regular vanilla crew.
Sure.
I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
It's been done and done.
I don't care about you guys doing anything. But then they announced Kamala Khan would be joining. It looks like she might be like a really big part of this game.
Yeah, everything I was reading says she was like the main character. Like you're kind of seeing it through her eyes, which is amazing because that's how her stories are, right? It's just like, oh yeah, she's like, oh, that's an adventure. Like, I mean, that's the fun of it because that's how we are, right?
Yeah,
you're fans like she is.
When they had first announced this game, like I remember the first trailer was just like the regular like Avengers, you know, Black Widow, Captain America, the Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor. I think that was who, like basically who there was. I think there was like a hint of Ant-Man. We're just like on a regular mission, doing stuff. I don't remember who they were fighting, but just like a regular comic book mission. And I was like, I just don't think I care. I thought that was all it was going to be. Now it looks like that might be the first part of the game, maybe, and then it kind of like a time skip. Because in this trailer, the newest trailer with the Kamala Khan, you see that like this is years after some big event. Captain America's dead. She's teaming up with like the Hulk, who doesn't really care about her, and Iron Man, who's like obviously has some PTSD over Cap's death and feels really responsible and whatever. And she's the one who's like trying to get answers from AIM. And man, I'm so excited. I don't know. I feel like it just looks really good. It really got me immediately once I saw this because I was not going to play this game, or I would have waited. And now, like with one trailer, it's a day one purchase for me.
Now it's like an actual unique game. Yeah.
Yeah. And like just, you know, what she's going through and like trying to figure out. So it just seems really cool. I'm pretty excited. So, you know, I'm pumped. I'm gonna play it. I don't. Free asked if I would stream it so she could come hang out and watch it because she doesn't play games.
That would be fun. Yeah.
I might. I mean, I don't normally. I never thought I would stream anything, but maybe that one I will because that would be fun to talk about.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So that was like the first big news I was excited about. I guess we can go back and forth or just talk. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna jump to one of like the smaller things that like maybe people don't care about as much, and I know the base level about this. I didn't really read much more than just this headline, which is Aftershock Comics have announced there's a new queer MMA title they're coming out with called Kill a Man. Guys, I don't need to know more than that. That just, like, I don't care anything about MMA. I haven't read an Aftershock book, honestly, but this intrigues me. I will definitely read this. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't care about sports, but I'm going to read all the sports comics because that's fun. So this sounds great. I don't know. I'm in. I'm already in.
I'm really excited. I think that sounds great. Like, honestly, when you think about the type of comic books that like gay people would read, it's all about mostly men wrestling. And I don't mean that in like the stereotypical way, but I feel like a lot of like, you know, really popular like gay art and imagery online is like big dudes.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited about that.
And then there's so many like gay sports comics coming out right now. You know, you have Check Please. Yeah, and Defense and Boom's coming out with a ton, the avant-gardes, like, and I love all those. So it's like, oh yeah, this sounds fun. I like this.
Because Japan's been pushing that for a long time.
Yeah, totally.
They've realized what their real audience is for this. Mary says, Kristan, I think you kind of like sports.
I don't think I do.
I like sports in fictional universes. Okay?
Yeah, then I care. I mean, and I think what it is I get to learn about the characters. Like I get to learn about these people. When I see sports on TV or whatever, I'm like, oh, they have a lot of money. That's all I know about them, right? Like they have a lot of money. Some of them have questionable backgrounds that I don't like. I'm like, ooh, I don't know about you and like women, right? Not everyone, not all the people. Yeah. And I think I cared a little bit more about the U.S. women's soccer team because we saw more of their personalities come out, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, they're people. I can relate to them better now. So maybe I care more. I don't know, Mary. Maybe you got something going on. I don't know.
I like to watch Olympic sports. Like, man, this is really stereotypical, but I love watching the volleyball part of It's not about that though, but I just really think it's interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Larry said that Marvel needs to bring Kamal into the cinematic universe. I feel like that's kind of the plan.
I think it's coming.
They're definitely setting up a Young Avengers thing because we're getting Kate Bishop, Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's basically what's going to happen with the cinematic universe.
I think they're ready. I mean, the original team is retiring. They're bringing in new blood.
Yeah.
And everyone loves her. So it only makes sense.
It's time, and like the younger audience too is getting exposed to like Marvel Rising.
Yeah, totally.
The younger audience coming up, besides like the Avengers movies, the cartoons they're watching, they're getting Marvel Rising, which has like Kamala Khan. Oh man, what's her name? It's so bad. Anyways, Squirrel Girl.
Oh yeah,
America Chavez.
Like who's in it?
Yeah, America Chavez. And some of the other ones too, because all the younger superheroes. So I think like that's a good thing to build up on right now.
Totally.
Kristan likes sports minus the time sporting. Playing the sport? I don't know. I'm not into sports.
I think that just means I like people. I care about characters. I mean, that's always my thing, though. Like, I love Buffy because Buffy's about the characters. It doesn't really matter what's happening on Buffy because it is such a character-driven thing, and that's the sort of stories I like. I mean, that's why I love Jeff Lemire. That's what it's all about, right? Like dialogue and characters and feelings. Like that's why I like slice of life stuff. Sports manga and sports comics, I feel like, is slice of life, and then they're playing a sport. Like that's just happening during it, right?
Yeah, like it's secondary. There's a couple I definitely want to recommend to you, like really bad.
Do it.
Of anime, like one is I Shield 21. It's a football anime. I'm a big fan of. It's really fun.
I heard about this.
One of my absolute favorites that I kind of put in with sports anime, but technically it's not a sport, but it is like a team-based activity, is Chihaya Furu, which is, I'll have to write it out for you. But
yeah, you'll have to message me that one.
They play
I can still Ice Shield, but
they play a card game basically.
Oh,
but
cool.
Like,
okay.
It's like a Japanese traditional one where somebody reads out poetry and you have to guess which card it's going to be by the first syllable and hit it and knock it off the table. Now it sounds really...
Oh, it sounds kind of fun to me. I'm like, oh yeah.
But the story is so intense and it's just really beautiful. Like they're, the way this team gets together and friendship and all that.
That sounds fun.
Kylie, are you ever going to do a bookshelf tour of Near Mint Condition, Maddie? Yes, I will be. Actually, I'm filming it tomorrow, the next day, so it'll actually be out this week. I'm finally doing it. I was waiting to frame all my prints, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
We've all been waiting.
You can finally see what it is. Oh, Joe said, also picked up Are You Listening due to your last live stream.
Oh, awesome, Joe.
Yeah.
I hope you love it. I loved it so much. So much.
He also said, I'm looking for a book that was mentioned somewhere that was a spin on the Snow White story. Do you guys know what it's called?
Is that the Neil Gaiman book?
Ooh, that's probably it.
I forget what it's called. We can look that up.
It's called like Snow White or something.
Something about apples, maybe? Guys, yeah. I think there's apples involved.
Marvel show at D23. I think so. Right?
Yeah. There's going to be one.
Live?
Yeah, I think that's right. Disney Plus, yeah.
Oh. It's called Snow, Glass, and Apples by Neil Gaiman, yeah.
You found it.
So, other announcements. I do have one I want to talk about. So, they did do some looks at the new DC animated films. Now, the only reason I knew about this is not from any website. Again, bad reporting. Is from people I follow on Instagram posting screenshots of things.
Of like the big screens and stuff.
Yeah, everyone's very poorly made PowerPoints.
I know, right?
Stop it. Marvel did very well at C2E2, and you're just putting together shitty PowerPoints. Stop it. Anyways, so there's going to be a new movie, Justice League Dark. I think it's like Apocalypse War. Now, the screenshot part of it that most intrigued me, I don't care about the rest, is basically our like DC animated film Teen Titans group is coming back. Finally, because they had two movies. It's like Teen Titans and Teen Titans Judas Contract, or like Teen Titans vs. Justice League, or something like that. But it was two. And after the last one, they showed Donna Troy.
And now you're like, I'm in.
Yeah, so finally, we're getting another one. I guess they're just going to be part of this Justice League Dark movie, but we get the whole crew together, and they've added in Donna, and they've added in Connor. I don't care about Connor, whatever. But we get Donna Troy, and that's all that matters, and that's really big news. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Donna Troy fan. So anyway, she's going to be in the movie, and I'm really excited.
That is awesome.
Oh, I got a Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell today. It has an ad for Pumpkinheads. Is that worth getting to? Kristan really liked Pumpkinheads. I'm going to read it soon too.
I loved it. It's all set in like one night. It's very quick. It's a very Rainbow Rowell. So if you already love her, which you do because you have Wayward Son, yeah, it's 100% worth your time. Faith Erin Hicks does the art, which is also really good. And yeah, you need to get it as a Rainbow fan. You will enjoy it. It's very fun.
I need to read Wayward Son because I had some friends. Well, I say friends. I have some cosplayers that I follow.
Have you read Carry On?
No.
Well, you got to read that first, girl.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I had friends that cosplayed from the series and met
them. That's awesome.
Surprise Justice League Dark is getting a sequel. Apocalypse War got teased at the end of Death of Superman. What a mess. I mean, right? I don't always understand the order in which DC makes their animated films. I think they're all very good. I really enjoy them. But sometimes I'm like, what are you doing? Also, I mean, we are finally getting another Wonder Woman animated film, but like, not to pull that card, but can we talk about how out of like, what, almost like 20, maybe 10 years, I don't know. Anyways, a lot of movies. There's only been one Wonder Woman movie, but there's like, what, 3 Green Arrows, a million Batmans and Supermans, and Flashes, but like one.
That sounds like some nonsense.
It's some bullshit. And finally, we're getting another one, which is great, but like,
especially after the success of the movie, like, why did it take so long?
I don't know. We're finally getting another one. Wonder Woman Bloodlines, which it looks pretty good. I'm happy. I just don't know why it took so long.
Yeah.
Isn't there supposed to be another Wonder Woman DCAU movie, or was that canceled? Yes, we are getting another one. So that's Wonder Woman Bloodlines. They did have a panel about it at NYCC. Again, I couldn't tell you what they talked about. That they're excited about, I guess, but that's about it. Oh, the second one is totally not to promote Wonder Woman 84.
What a good point.
Maybe. When do we get another Teen Titans anime? What should the storyline be based on? Anime, what's the storyline be based on? I don't know.
Maddie, you're supposed to know everything.
Sorry. Anyway, sorry. Kristan.
My next thing I'm excited about is they are relaunching the monthly Star Wars series in January. It's going to be set between Empire and Return of the Jedi, written by Charles Soule. Now, I don't think I've read anything by him, but I hear his name a lot, and I hear a lot of people like him.
Yeah, what is he?
I hear his name a lot, guys. So I trust that. I mean, I love Star Wars. I'm going to read it. That's all I got.
I need to catch up. Oh, actually, I need to read Star Wars books because I know that you and Freya raved about Darth Vader, and I really need to jump on.
Yeah,
that's the one. Soule did write She-Hulk. It's really good.
Okay, cool. And I think he just did Daredevil. I think, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, according to yes,
writing Daredevil currently. Yeah, that's what the chat is saying. Yeah, cool. So I know people were stoked about that. People like him, so good. I still need to read the main series because I've been holding off because I want that omnibus. I'm just I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to wait. But I know I'll love it. But yeah, Darth Vader, you will really like that. It is so good.
I need to. And I still think that the comic books would be the best way for me to get into Star Wars because so far I'm just kind of like a very, very casual Star Wars fan.
I think it's one of those things, I don't know how to feel because I grew up with that. So I don't know how you feel because you didn't, right? So it's well, I love it and I grew up with it. That probably matters. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with episodes 1 through 3, so apparently that's the wrong way. But
I mean, I also did, but I was into the original trilogy before that. So,
my parents were not like me. at all.
Yeah.
Speaking of star-related content.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice transition.
Star Trek. I watched the trailer for Picard today and cried. So, I've yet to watch the new Star Wars series, Star Trek Discovery. Or Star Trek, sorry. Oh my God. I've yet to watch the new Star Trek series, Star Trek Discovery, because I didn't want to pay for CBS All Access. But in January, I'll pay for it and watch Picard and then watch all of Discovery. Oh my God, Picard looks amazing. Picard's coming back, and so is, Data and Riker and Deanna Troi, and I'm just so excited. So I don't have anything else to say about it than that, but
I'm just happy for you. I never got into Star Trek, so I'm just like, I don't know who these people are. Cool.
It's never too late.
I know, and I made you this. Plus Tig Notaro, it makes me want to watch. Yeah.
I really think you'd like TNG and T Space Nine. They're the kind of shows you can just kind of have on the background.
Mm-hmm. I remember the Trouble with Tribbles.
Yeah.
I remember some things, but not a ton.
I think you'd like it. I got really big into it a couple of years ago, and then just marathoned. And it's one of those shows that does really well about being kind of like a monster of the week.
Oh, I like that.
There's a big overall story a lot of times, but usually it's just a lot of monster of the week, and I'm
jump in and have fun
with that.
Cool.
Okay. Hayden said to start with Princess Leia miniseries. I will absolutely do that.
It's great. The Mark Waid one.
Is it Princess Leia manga?
Hayden, I didn't know, and now I have to. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you.
All right, more NCC.
All right.
Sorry, I had a glass of amaretto before this.
You mentioned Star, so I'm gonna go to Kelly Thompson's Captain Marvel character Star, who has been in the new series, is getting her own series. I guess she's her nemesis. I haven't been reading the new one, so I have no idea. But a lot of people have been freaking out about this character. There's been a lot of speculation that she's going to get her own series, and it's happening. So I'm just happy for Kelly Thompson. I want her to have every opportunity to write whatever she wants. The fact that she created the character is really cool, and I'm all about it. So when that comes out, I'll be reading it.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got a new Thor series by Donny Cates. That'll be very interesting because we've only had Jason Aaron writing Thor for a very long time.
For a long time.
Very unique in comic book world now to have just one author be in charge of a character for so long. So that'll be really interesting. Of course, I like Donny Cates, so I support him. But I'll miss Jason Aaron in Thor. I'll miss that team up.
Do we know what he's doing now?
I thought it was been announced, right? Maybe somebody in the comments knows. I'm pretty sure he's announced his next project.
I doubt he'll be stopping.
Because I feel like we have a lot of people switching up right now what they're doing. Because also Batman switching over now from Tom King to someone else. I already forgot who it is because now Tom King's technically not leaving Batman completely. He's doing Batman Catwoman.
Oh, and yeah.
Be the most amazing story ever.
Will it?
The love of my wife, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Tom King, I hate so much. I'm just kidding.
You'll never forgive him for what he did to you.
No. James Tinian the Fourth, yes, taking over Batman.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, so I think
that'll be cool.
Good change, much needed. But Tom King will be writing Batman and Catwoman. They have their own series for a while. I mean, I'll guess.
I look forward to your review.
I'm so hurt, And now the only way I see Roy Harper is through Deceased, which is zombies. And one issue of Flash Forward, where the Flash goes to an alternate universe full of vampires and Roy Harper's a vampire slayer.
It's crazy.
They just hate me, so it's fine. Kylie, Maddie, I know how much you like Teen Titans, and I just finished Teen Titans by Marv Wolfman, so what should I read next? So Kylie, I recommend just jumping into Titans, honestly, because that way you can continue on with like the OG Teen Titans. I really like. Oh gosh, sorry, my brain is like dead right now.
Put the drink down, Maddie.
Yeah, I did. I drank my.
You're like, I finished it.
I'm weak now. Okay, just one glass of amaretto, and it's 8:30. I'm an old person. Judd Winnick's run on Titans, I really, really like and recommend. So I'd recommend just jumping into to that and seeing how you like it. So that way you can continue on with those same people, but as like adults and see like what they're going on. I do like the beginning of Titans Rebirth, but it's a very limited thing. So it's up to you. The Roy Harper Vampire Slayer would be a great ongoing Elseworlds type thing. Agreed, Hayden.
That sounds fun.
That'd be great. He could shoot arrows in all of them. Where's my like DC Buffy-esque series?
I think everyone needs to do that. Yeah, like for sure.
Exactly. Come on. Need to look at your list of what else.
I got another one. So IDW is announcing a series that sounds awesome, and it's two creators I like. It's called Bermuda. Apparently, it's pirates and dinosaurs. What else do you need? It's written by John Layman, who did Chew, so I love his writing, and art by Nick Bradshaw. He did a lot of Wolverine and the X-Men. He's really good too. I know Reed loves him, so if you're watching Reed, I know you're excited about this. But it sounds awesome. I mean, and I'll read anything John Layman does. And pirates and dinosaurs, guys. I mean, that's all you need.
It's so goofy, it'll work.
Yeah.
And then DC also talked about they're continuing on with their new young adult graphic novel line, which has been pretty successful. It seems like, so far what I've read, I haven't blown away by anything. But I do enjoy them. I think they're very unique, and I'm glad that Reed.
He's stoked.
But they have announced a few new titles for the young adult series. So we've gotten a first look at Cassandra Cain's book. I think it looks pretty cute. I'm excited to see how that kind of goes. And to see if they kind of change her story based on, the new Birds of Prey movie coming out, because she looks very different in that movie, which we can talk about in a second because that trailer did drop. But we're also getting a Beast Boy book, and it looks pretty good. I think Gabriel Pickle is doing the art for that one also, which is a good choice. And we'll see. I mean, I'm glad that they're making this jump. I'm not totally in love with any of the books yet, but they are fun, quick reads.
So you've read, so I read A Catwoman's Tale, and I did not enjoy that. And you read that one. Did you read Raven? Is that the other one?
I haven't yet, but Tina read it. That was boring.
So what sucks about this whole idea is and you and I both do, we like a lot of young adult comics, right? Yeah. Even young adult books. And these, I've only read the one. I love the idea. Typically, the art and everything about it, the storyline, the idea behind it, is an A+. But then, again, I've only read the one, but I am interested. I'm definitely going to read the Harley Quinn they just came out with.
Well, of course. Mariko Kanamaki can do no wrong.
I hope not. Oh, God, yeah. I'm scared.
And I did read Mara, and I liked it. It was fine. The good thing about these graphic novels is that you get to spend more time with the characters, and with comics, I think they're so worried about losing readers that they don't take time to breathe.
Yeah, so Marvel and DC both do it. There's so much action that sometimes we don't get a lot of character development, and these are really good at at least exploring the characters more. Yeah,
because they're the same kind of thickness as reading a manga, and manga takes time with its characters. Manga, you do have breaks, you do have beach episodes, you have filler arcs, but they're important. People dog that all the time, but you need that time to relax, connect with these characters,
to care about them.
Yeah, you've got to really spend time with them, because when you do that, I've harped about this forever on this show and every other show, but the more you spend time with characters casually, the more you care about when the stakes are high.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they'll die and you'll just be like, okay, I barely knew you.
Yeah, we've just gone. Now they're dead. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, we'll see. I hope that the rest are good. I still have high hopes. I'll still keep reading.
It's still a cool thing they're doing.
Yeah, I think it's great, and it'll get younger readers into comics, so I'm excited. Now, speaking of that, and moving on to Harley Quinn before I forget, the Birds of Prey trailer dropped, and it looks fun and all, but did you watch it?
I didn't, no.
Oh, okay. So
I never saw the first movie, so I was like, oh, I can't watch this yet.
Oh yeah, don't watch Suicide Squad. Oh my god, no.
No.
Pretend it never happened.
Okay, so I can just, all right, I'll watch it.
You could just watch this. So the trailer, I understand why, but let me just talk about it real quick. The trailer is very, 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 very heavy Harley Quinn focused. Now, I understand why they're doing it. She was the best part of Suicide Squad. That's not saying much.
You didn't love Jared Leto.
Oh, crazy person. But it's kind of a bummer, though, because the Birds of Prey does not include Harley Quinn. So, like, it's like Birds of Prey and the emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Now, she looks great in it. That's great. The other girls look great, but you barely see them. So it's just like Harley for like 2 minutes of this trailer.
So it's a big marketing ploy.
Yeah, and I hope that means, like, I hope that they're just doing that to draw people in, but once you get to the movie, it's not only her.
Well, they've been doing that with, like, some of their titles, too, right? At least, like, that omnibus that came out, Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens, right? And it's like, oh, that wasn't... What?
No, it's literally just called Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah.
But whatever.
They're like, oh, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and I see why they do it, because they think, like, Harley's the big draw, which maybe she is. I think a lot of people like her.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you are asking people to come and see about these other characters that mainstream people don't know about. So I get it. It's just sad, because I want to see more of the other people. I want to see Huntress. I want to see Black Canary. I want to see Batgirl. Although Cassandra Cain was an interesting choice in this. And also she, like, I know you haven't read much DC, but, like, Cassandra Cain doesn't really talk much. She's, like, raised to murder and talk about murder. But she just talks like a normal girl does in the movie. It's very weird.
That's weird.
Oh, and Ewan McGregor's in it, which is great. I'm happy
about it. Okay, I'm in now. Yeah. I love him.
Yeah, me too. Ever since
you got me.
I'm like, I love you.
I don't care about, like, what's her face, but...
Oh, Kylie. Harley best not be the leader of Birds of Prey. Oh, right? Now, I love Harley. That's true. I think she's great. The Birds of Prey's not Harley. Again, I love her. I would love a Gotham City Sirens movie. Absolutely, no question. I keep doing this, but listen.
It's all your feelings.
And, you know, and hopefully that means that they'll just get more people in. So I'm not trying to dog on too much. Hayden says, I think they're doing that because Harley is most known to mainstream audiences. Oh, yeah, and I totally agree. I see totally why they're doing it. As a big fan of the, like, Gotham City Sirens and Harley and Birds of Prey, like, I can't help but feel a little slighted, but I understand. I'm just a little bummed because I want to see more of everybody else.
Maybe they'll actually do right the next trailer.
Yeah, maybe. And we haven't gotten any new trailers. We haven't gotten any new trailers for the other, like, DC movies coming out soon, so I'm still waiting for more, like, Wonder Woman 84 news.
One day.
One day. The poster looks very cool. That's all I know about it.
One more thing that I'm excited about. I feel like I'm the only one excited about this, but it's fine. There's a new Stranger Things spinoff happening. I read that first book that Dark Horse came out with. It's by Jodie Hauser. And this one's going to be called Into the Fire. It's going to follow a new group of survivors of the Hawkins lab experiments that created 11. So that sounds interesting. They've been, like, the first one followed Will more. So, like, I think all of these are canon, and they're just showing you things that, like, you didn't see in the show.
Okay.
So if you're really into Stranger Things, I mean, again, I've only read the first one, but I really liked it. So I'm looking forward to more. I think it's cool when any show, especially, like, ongoing, comes out with You know, we don't see that a lot. We see Buffy, it's over, right? So they keep releasing, which is great. And we see like X-Files did that, and like all these other shows that typically they're ending, they're going to continue in comics, which I love. But I think this is a cool new, like, oh, this is coming out, and we're also going to give you more stories in comics, which is neat. So I'm looking forward to that.
I didn't even know you were into Stranger Things. I don't think we've ever talked about it.
Oh, yeah. Who isn't?
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But I did not know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty great. Tyler said he was most excited for the new action figure announcements. I was actually about to like bring up a list of the new action figures.
Do it.
But
because I have no idea.
I don't have time. I thought the DC Comics website would already have it up, and
see, why is it so hard to find these things?
Because they're all garbage.
Everyone's reporting garbage.
It makes me so upset. I just, I shouldn't be surprised. Because, like, they don't have that much NYCC news up on DC right now, which is...
That's weird.
Because,
it doesn't make any sense.
You curate your own news for NYCC. Why don't you just have it ready to show up after every panel?
Yeah, they can hire someone for that.
I was going to apply for a position there anyways. Maybe.
Yeah, there you go. You'll nail it.
Yeah. Fix your bullshit, please. Come on. Anyway, I'll check it all later. I'm sure it's like 50% Batman figures. You can tell I'm not excited about that because that's what whatever.
I don't care.
Well, that's what always happens. It's like, we have some new announcements.
It makes sense.
50% is Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
How many Batmans do you really need?
Not that many. There's other characters.
Yeah, I heard that.
They want my money. They need to fucking diversify. Please.
You tell them.
Yes. Can you two fix their website too? It makes me angry. I would love to, Mary. Listen, they need class there. They can tell them how to fix their shit. Honestly, DC needs to hire people like us anyway to fix their website and their collected editions, because their collected editions are stupid and don't make any sense, and I hate them, but I love them.
It's people are like, I don't know, are they listening to feedback? Because I feel like that's all anyone does anymore is complain about what they're releasing or their website or what their online app or whatever. I mean, come on, guys, what are we doing?
I don't know. And I know that they laid off a bunch of people and they're like restructuring. So I know it's a lot of stuff going on, but then you look at Marvel and you can see why they lose out in some instances, because Marvel's collected editions match. Like, look behind you right now. You have a lot of Marvel behind you, and it lines up so well. Now, I've got a DC behind me. Let's just this way.
Oh, that blue one, girl. I'll never get over the blue one.
Fucking Green Arrow.
Like, what? Who chose that? That is bizarre. Like, some things I can be like, I kind of understand this business decision, but that's the one where I'm like, no, that makes no sense. And now what's going to suck is you're going to have, like, some standard hardcovers continuing a lot of that, right? And that's annoying.
I don't even know how to go forward.
Are you going to collect that, or are you just going to go to the trades and say, screw it all? Like, what's the answer here, right?
What do I do now?
Because it's going to be the same size as the trade, so save a little money. I don't know.
I came into DC Comics when Rebirth first started. Or I came into comics in general when DC Rebirth first started. And it was so fresh and wonderful and exciting. And it's all bullshit now. Oh, here's my 3 Batman no one asked for. There's 4 Batman, Freddy. You need 4. But I support Terry McGinnis, so that's fine. Ooh. There's an amazing interview with the head of Marvel Legends team who confirmed some new waves probably coming in 2020 that I'm extremely excited about. X-Men stuff.
Cool.
I know Chris Claremont's working on like a super secret project for 2020. Yeah. Right? I'm sure Omar's very excited about that.
Yeah, there's that. Another huge Marvel thing is the first Wolverine ongoing in 5 years will be happening next year. So that's cool because he's been not around. I'm pretty sure he was dead, right? Like,
I don't really know.
He was dead.
He's been around, but there's like an old one.
Yeah, there's some confusing things.
Girl, now I'm like, I've read some. There's like an old guy.
He's like old in one of them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I was reading this, latest Hicksmen, but then I dropped off, so my bad.
Are you done with it?
No. Well, I took a YouTube break, so I stopped.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
I read other stuff. I wasn't reading anything ongoing at the time, so now it's too late. I'll buy it when it comes out.
Yeah, Freddie's saying so Old Man Logan and All New Wolverine don't count anymore. Well, no, because Old Man Logan wasn't the same Logan.
Yeah.
And neither is X-23.
Speaking of which, can we get an omnibus of All New Wolverine, please?
I mean, what is taking so long? I want that so bad.
I don't know.
And I can imagine such a cool spine. Come on, guys. Let me create that spine.
Oh, and you could have the actual Wolverine on the spine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things they could do. I mean, Honey Badger better be on the spine. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be doing cute things. Yeah, I love it.
It's bullshit. Other news, Steven Universe is continuing for one final season. It's pretty exciting. It was basically wrapped up at the last season because they didn't think it would get renewed, so they kind of hurried and wrapped up everything. But we are getting one final season, Steven Universe Future. They released the new opening, which is pretty exciting because it kind of, it's cute for one, and we're getting a new season, which is great. But it also kind of sort of revealed some like new big bads for the season. I won't say anything because it's spoilers, and Kristan is currently watching.
Yeah, I'm just now getting into it. I just got to season 2. So, although I will say I got confused last night. I was watching it and I went to IMDb because I was like, how long is this season? Right? Because it's the first one is like 53
I think the
episodes.
first one's really long.
Yeah, it's very long. So it's like, when am I in the next season? So I was looking that up and I realized the episodes on Hulu, maybe someone in the chat knows, the episodes on Hulu don't match IMDb's episodes. So really? I'm confused about if I'm watching it correctly or not. Because the order was different.
I wonder, because I watched it on Hulu, like,
did you? Okay. And it was fine?
I don't know. It seemed like it.
I know a lot of it's standalone, but some of it does continue. So, and it seems okay so far, but then I saw that and I don't know. So if anyone watching this, leave a comment later or like tell me in the chat if I'm confused or not. I'm going to keep going this way. Like, what else can I do? But I love it so much. I'm so excited.
So, quick question. Did you meet Ruby and Sapphire?
Yes. I'm so excited. I really, because I didn't know. So I was like, wait, what? Fusion? Like... So that's great. I love it. I love it so much.
I'm so excited. Freddie, do you watch it too? Okay, you do. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, I'm so glad you watched it too, Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie, that makes you even better. Yeah, I waited too long. I knew I would love it, but hey, I'm getting into it now, so I'm excited.
It's time too.
I love it so much. It's such a joy. It's such a like wholesome joy. That's what it is, and it's so fun. And I love the songs. Oh, it's so good.
I'm so excited for you.
I know.
Freddie said, yeah, I was watching them as they came out on Hulu, and the order seems right.
Okay.
You researched it recently, yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, Freddie. I was concerned. I was like, what's going on? What am I doing?
It can seem weird because sometimes there's a lot going on, and then there'll be like a standalone episode, and you're like... Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't even feel weird watching it, because I'm used to that with like Adventure Time did the same thing, right? Which I loved. So, but then I saw, I don't know, looking up that list got me really confused. So I don't know if IMDb's wrong or what, but it didn't help me out. It made me feel weird. Also, I got to tell you, I'll just tell you on air. You told me to skip the Uncle Grandpa one, but it came on last night. So I was like, I'll just see how stupid this is, girl. Like, the parts with the Steven Universe characters were funny, though, because they were just like, at one point, I think Garnet was like, I want this episode to end. And I'm like, yeah. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, it's not good.
Do you have a favorite character?
Oh, my gosh. I feel like it may change, because I know there's more coming. And I've only been slightly introduced to some characters, but I do love Garnet. I really love her. So, and I mean... Steven's so pure, and I love him. So I don't know.
Great.
I don't know. They're all great. They are, like, usually I'm like, I hate this character. No, they're all great.
I really recommend that show to just everyone. Because it's hard to tell in the beginning whether it's going to be the kind of show for you or not. But once things get moving, it is such a good show.
Yeah.
You know, they go through so much, and there's so many great lessons. And if you're looking for a show that's just great on representation and diversity,
Definitely.
it's the universe. And this is what kids today are watching. Like, and what a great way to show that to kids. Like, I found myself rewatching it and crying and getting touched all over again. Because they deal with things like, you know, anxiety or depression or just like, you know, general like worries in life without telling you that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And then you just feel it later. Suddenly you're crying. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, and I love Lion.
I know you love Lion so much. Freddie said I was #1 Lapis fan until Peridot. Yeah, Kristen's go like Peridot. Peridot's pretty good.
Yeah, see, and I know those characters, but barely right now. So I'm like, well, I may have a different opinion later, right? Because I haven't experienced much.
Yeah.
Freddie also said who was missing season 5 in the movie. Yeah, I found, let's see, what is it? Sling has both, I think. So I'm going to do that after.
I bought them all, so you can use my Amazon.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I didn't want to miss out on watching it as it came out, and I wanted to watch it legally, so I just bought the season and I bought the movie. Because everything else was filled with like pop-ups. So I'm that kind of adult now where I just watch things legally.
Good for you.
So we've got like less than 10 minutes to the end. Let's talk about what's coming up and what's coming out and what I should buy this week.
Okay. So, and I gotta mention, I've been so tempted by that Steven Universe hardcover since you showed it off.
It's beautiful.
Because it's so beautiful. So I think I may need to do that with an extra 3%. Like, I think I need it. Especially now that I care. Like, I may have to put it aside until I finish the series, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, I've only read about half so far, but I did really like it. And it's just a nice, chunky hardcover.
I love that.
And it's cool because, like, a lot of the art's different, and it's just a bunch of one-off stories, but I really like it. Okay, so it looks like the first volume of the Angel trade came out.
Oh, did that already happen?
According to In-Stock Trades, yes.
Oh, I guess I missed it. Oh, I'm gonna have to get that.
So maybe that.
Wait. Oh, okay. You're talking about the Boom series. I'm sorry. I was thinking the Legacy trade.
That should come out this. Well, according to In-Stock Trades,
soon, I think.
Yeah,
I think so. Maybe.
Hey, people in the chat, we have like a few minutes left. Tell me what I should buy. Oh, I could buy Heroes in Crisis hardcover. I hate it, but
do you want to? Buy so you can throw it at someone.
It does look really good without the dust jacket. I'll be honest.
I mean, we all love that.
Yeah. Maddie, you need to let us know how good it is. How good what is? I've been rambling. How good is it? Yeah, I don't see too much. I think I'll pick up Angel.
Yeah, you should. I read those in singles. It's good. I have to say, not a lot is happening yet, but it's still good.
The Injustice Year 2 Deluxe Edition came out, so maybe I'll go ahead and do the first two. I know there's an omnibus coming up later this year, but maybe Deluxe Editions is the best way to read that. I have too many huge omnibuses. I just don't think.
Your arms can't handle more.
No. Oh, Immortal Hulk OHC. Yeah, I think that's a good pick. Because I know Kristan and Free read, but I haven't read Immortal Hulk yet, but I really like Immortal Hulk.
Yeah, I may need to get that too. I read the first trade, and I know that's the first two, I think, right? So.
Oh, Freddie was talking about Steven Universe all in one. Yeah, I'll let you know. Hayden said to buy Carry On and Wayward Son. I should. I did look at it at my local bookstore.
They're very pretty too. Like hardcovers, they're very nice.
I'll see. I haven't read a lot of like. Man, I haven't read many young adult novels lately.
Well, you read Fangirl, right? Which Carry On and Wayward Son stem from Fangirl.
Oh.
So you know the fan fiction she's writing in it?
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. I'll read it.
I was going to say, I think you care.
I loved
Which,
Fangirl.
it's funny, I know this. I still haven't read Fangirl. It's just sitting on my shelf with Carry On, and I'm like, I need to read that.
I really liked it. I really did. That's funny. Freddie says he's going to get the digest size Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane Volume 2.
Cool. I read those as a teen.
As a teen.
As a teen.
As a wee Kristan.
And I liked it.
I guess we could talk pick of the week. Did I read anything this week?
Oh gosh. I read the new Nancy comic strips by Olivia James.
Okay.
They came out with a hardcover collection from, I think, 2018, collecting all those. That recently came out, and I got it because, I mean, if you guys have read any of that, I mean, all of it went viral on the internet, right? So you guys have probably read some strips from it. But it was really great. I mean, I love comic strips, and it's so funny and modern, and I really enjoyed it. So I recommend that.
Good.
It's good.
I don't think I have a pick of the week. I think I did all my reading last week, and then this week I worked, and then came home and played Fire Emblem Three Houses. So my pick.
That's your pick. Yeah.
It's Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm on my second playthrough. I've yet to return to real life yet because I'm too busy fighting wars and romancing people. So you put a dating sim and a RPG together, and I'm about it. So,
I mean, that sounds fun, actually.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. I need to get back into games. Like, I do. Every time you talk about stuff, I'm like, I need to get back into gaming. Like, I just haven't. And I'm watching Steven Universe and I'm reading. That's it. Like, we've talked about it before, but juggling these hobbies is very difficult.
It is. And I'm the kind of person where I go all into one thing at once. So it's really hard for me to,
you dive deep.
Balance.
You can't get out.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
It's Fire Emblem right now. But definitely, I think whenever you do get back into stuff, I have some recommendations for you.
Okay.
I think a lot more visual novel stuff with mysteries or something.
I like that.
Because in that way, it's kind of like reading a book, but then you kind of get to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some definite picks.
I'm so excited. I really am. And you know what I really miss more than anything? This is gonna sound, I don't know, like I'm a gaming noob, but I miss Harvest Moon so much. And I know they don't come out with those anymore, and I'm upset about it.
Well, they do, but
it's forever, right? It takes forever.
Well,
does it not?
Really like Stardew Valley. So the people, okay.
And I've heard this, and I know this.
Okay, because the people who did make Harvest Moon no longer work there. And so now they made a separate company and came out with Stardew Valley. So I've never played Stardew Valley.
I hear about it all the time.
All of my friends who play Stardew Valley, really play Stardew Valley.
I feel like that's one of those things too, which I've known about this game and I want to play it, but I know the moment I buy it, I'm gonna get sucked in, and that's all I'm gonna do.
Maybe that's good for you. You're so busy. Sometimes it's good to come.
You know what? Maybe.
I've been busy with work. It just feels so good to come home and do something mindless, like play Fire.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Fair. It's a good idea.
Joe says that he's juggling board gaming and comics. I also play board games, Joe. What are you playing?
Maddie juggles everything.
Do you play Mansions of Madness? I do juggle everything. I have too many things. I was making cosplay today and watching movies and then taking Fire Emblem breaks. Oh, Johnny says, I recommend Nailbiter. Yes.
Yeah.
Nailbiter. I just read all 3 hardcovers. I'm doing a review on Old Reader, New Reader on Tuesday.
Oh, that's fun. I'll watch that.
Yeah. I'm excited. I really liked it. More serial killer stuff.
Yeah, we need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if there are, you know what? If you guys liked books like Nailbiter, if there's some serial killer creepiness that we should be checking out for October, leave us a comment. Let us know. We want to know about it because we both love Nailbiter. So.
Oh, Joe says I'm looking at Mansions on my shelf right now. Good, Joe. Oh man, Kristan, if you ever come visit, we gotta play Mansions.
I'm in.
Ooh, it's so fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Bonus points if you can actually juggle. I can't. I'm not coordinated.
I can juggle 2 balls. I can't do the 3.
I can. The only thing I could do with hand-eye coordination is color guard, which is The tossing and spinning flags and like rifles. That's kind of like juggling.
Yeah, that takes some coordination. Otherwise, you'll hit yourself in the face.
Oh, and I have.
Oh.
I've got some messed up fingers. There's this great game app. It's amazing. Agreed. I play on my tablet, and I do all the narration reading. I love playing Mansions. I can play it for hours. All right, so...
Did you decide what you're buying?
Oh, I don't know. I'll look tomorrow. If I can survive tomorrow at work, or maybe if I'm like so stressed I need an in-stock trades break.
I hear that. Freddie, thank you for letting us know. It goes through Monday, by the way. So speaking of instocktrades.com, that's what we're talking about. There's a code right now. If you type in weekend, you get an extra 3% off your order. If you guys have went there, I mean, go there right now. Like, the prices are amazing. So an extra 3% is like incredible. So check them out. We're probably going to place an order tonight or tomorrow. It's just going to happen. Probably shouldn't. We're gonna. Who cares?
Me too.
What are you going to do?
All right. So thank you guys so much for checking in and watching us and chatting with us. It's always such a highlight of my Sunday. And we'll be back again next Sunday at 8. Topic unknown. We will decide very close to the show what we're going to talk about.
Probably, yeah.
If you have any requests, though, always, let us know in the comments below, in the chat, whatever, and we'll see if we can add that to the list.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, this is the part where I hit the end broadcast button and then don't know how long it takes.